Hi, welcome to my video on Cucumber framework. So just before moving ahead to the concepts, let me tell you what all is covered as part of this video. So this video is about the basic stuff of Cucumber concepts. Uh, so this is not at the advanced level. More videos will be uploaded on the advanced concepts as well. So basically this video it talks about the basic complete Cucumber framework implementation. So it starts from creating a project, configuring or installing the Cucumber framework, understanding the concepts of Cucumber, automating the application using the framework, executing and verifying the results. So someone who is interested or someone who doesn't have any idea or any basic knowledge on Cucumber framework, still they can gain out of this video because we'll be going everything from the basics. Okay, so let's move ahead. So this video it talks about the Cucumber with Java and Selenium WebDriver. So throughout this video I'll be talking about basically what is Cucumber, why Cucumber is so famous, and how to configure the Cucumber in your project, where to use it, how to use it, and then I'll talk about the concepts which are important to understand as part of the Cucumber framework, automate, execute, and verify the results. So to cover this automation concept with Cucumber, I'll be taking an example of Gmail login and logout as the project. So let's move ahead. So this is what we'll be covering as part of this video. First section, we will see what is Cucumber, why and how to configure, and we will understand on what is Maven, what is form.xml and what are dependencies. Then these are the three important sections in Cucumber: the feature file, step definition, and the runner class. So we'll take one example and try to understand what are these and how they are linked to each other, and what are the few steps or few set of rules which you need to follow to achieve the automation. Then once we understand with that, we will move ahead and start automating the application. As I mentioned earlier, we will be using the Gmail login and logout, a complete automation starting from launching a browser, entering the URL, enter the user ID, password, click on sign in, then logout. Okay, and we'll see about how to use the feature file for this, how to write the step definition, how to write the runner class. So finally, once we are done with automating this scenario of Gmail login and logout, we will run our code and we will also verify the results. So this video covers the overall basic implementation of the Cucumber, starting from installation to understanding, writing the code, run and executing, verifying the results. Okay, so I also have a blog. The blog is www.itsqa.blogspot.com. So I'll be uploading all the documentation section as well in this, but along with the documentation, I also thought to upload a video format so that it will be easy for everyone to see and implement it instead of going through all the steps in reading. So someone who want to have more info or have it in the documentation format, you also have it here. Along with this, at the same place somewhere here, I'll also be uploading the videos, like I've written the blog for Selenium WebDriver configuration, first program. So I'll also be uploading the videos on those, and I'll be covering more advanced topics as well. So let's move ahead. The topic is Cucumber with Selenium WebDriver with Java. Selenium is an open source tool and we have different frameworks like TestNG, JUnit, and we have different types of TDD, BDD, hybrid, different frameworks. Among those, Cucumber with Selenium WebDriver and Java, it's a very powerful combination. The reason behind the Cucumber is very famous because first thing is it is very easy to understand and it is very easy to implement. Understanding is easy and also it is very easy to implement. And in Cucumber, in one of the module, we will be using Gherkin language, which looks almost similar to English understandable format. So whatever the test cases or the test scenarios which we write using the Gherkin, it is easy to understand for everyone because it looks almost similar to English. That can be referred by the business analyst, product owners, developers can refer that for developing the application. The manual testers can use that for testing, and also for us as an automation tester, we will use that to automate the application. Okay, and this is what we have already discussed. We will develop an automation on the project Gmail login, and we are going to use Cucumber, Selenium, and Maven. So what is Maven and all? We'll also understand about that. So just before moving ahead, there are prerequisites which are required. So basically, someone who doesn't have any idea on Selenium automation, I suggest you to go through few more videos which will be available in the blog. So, but someone who's already have an idea on Selenium WebDriver configuration, projects, installing Java and all, so they can move ahead with this. So basically the prerequisites what we require is Java JDK needs to be installed in your system, and you should have any of the IDEs. I'm using Eclipse IDE, and you should have a Firefox browser. Any version could be good, but preferably I suggest Firefox version 46. And you should have Firebug and Firepath, which is added into your Firefox browser. And one point to be noted, Selenium WebDriver, now the current version what they are providing is 3.0. So earlier to 3.0, while launching a Firefox browser, it was working by using a class, WebDriver class, which was provided by the Selenium WebDriver. But from Selenium WebDriver version 3.0 onwards, you need to launch the Firefox browser using the Gecko driver. So if you go into the Selenium official website, seleniumhq.org, go to the Selenium WebDriver official website and click on the download here and just scroll down. See here you have Java. We are using Selenium WebDriver with Java. So just click on this change log, and if you come down here, the important changes, they have mentioned few. One is minimum Java version, the JDK version should be 8 plus. And if you observe here, the fourth point, they say support for Firefox is via Mozilla's Gecko driver. Earlier to this, the Firefox was launched using the WebDriver object. We will create an object of WebDriver class, and we were used to launch the browser, Firefox browser, using the WebDriver. But from version 3.0 onwards, you need to download the Gecko driver. See, they have also given the link of Gecko driver. Just copy this, and once you paste here, you will be landed into this page. See, it has all the Gecko drivers. This is for Linux 32-bit, this is 64-bit, this is for Mac OS, and if it is Windows 32, go for this, and if you have Windows 64, you need to download this. So once you download and once you extract, this will be displayed here. So even if you click this, nothing would happen because this is an even though this is an exe file, we need to use this in our code. While we need to set the path, we will see all those while we go through the actual content. Okay, so if you're going with Selenium WebDriver 3, then you need to have Gecko driver, and if you're going with the Selenium WebDriver version, which is not 3 earlier version of these, then you can use the WebDriver itself. Okay, so now we have seen what is Cucumber and we have seen why Cucumber is so famous. Now let's go ahead and configure the Selenium WebDriver with Java and Cucumber for you to implement the automation. First thing what I need is I need to have an Eclipse open and create a workspace. Once you have Eclipse, you need to download two things here. One is configure or install Maven, and second thing is configure or install the Eclipse plugin. All the detailed steps and with the description I have already mentioned in the blog. So if you want to find more information apart from this video, I have documented everything with reasons, the overview. So you can always refer to this as well. Okay. So as a first thing, let's go ahead and install or configure Maven into the Eclipse. The navigation is click on help here and click on Eclipse Marketplace. Once you click on Eclipse Marketplace, you will be landed into this pop-up. In this pop-up, in the search field, just type Maven and click on enter. Once the search is completed, you will be displayed with a couple of search results. Among those, go and identify the one which have M2E. It says Maven integration for Eclipse, and my Eclipse version is Luna, so it says Luna here. Based on your Eclipse version, the respective one will be displayed. For me, it doesn't display the install because I've already installed Maven in my Eclipse. For you will have an installation button just like how we have for other. Just click on install and go with the default settings. Then you're done with configuring the Maven. So once you're done with the Maven, the next thing is install or configure the Eclipse plugin. So for this, what you have to do is just copy this URL. You can copy it from by looking at the video, or I've also placed the information in the blog. So if you just scroll down here, somewhere here, yeah, at this step, I've also mentioned the URL. Both are same. So copy the URL. Again, go to the Eclipse, click on help, and this time click on the install new software. You will be displayed with this install pop-up. Whatever the copied URL is there, just paste it here and click on enter. After you click on enter, the search result displays this plugin. For my system, I have already installed it. But however, in your system, if it is the first time, just check this one, click on next, and just complete with the license agreement and click on next, and Eclipse will ask for a restart. Just restart that. I've also had all the screenshots in detail, so I'm not doing that one more time. See, I've selected this and it asks for the restart. So once you restart your Eclipse, the next third step is create a Maven project. How to create a Maven project? So once you have installed with Maven and also with the Cucumber Eclipse plugin, and once you have restarted the Eclipse, let's go ahead and create the Maven project. So what is Maven? Why we are creating the Maven project, and about the dependencies, we will come down in some time in this video. Okay, so now I am creating a Maven project. Click on file, click on new, And for you, if you have not used Maven at least once, the Maven will not be displayed here. So if it is not displayed here, click on the project. And once you click on this project, in this, just scroll down and look for Maven folder. Expand it. You have something called as Maven project. Click the Maven project. Click on next. And whatever it says, use the default workspace location. If you want to change the workspace location, change. If not, you can leave it the default and click on next. And in the Maven project category, whatever is selected, just let the default be same. Click on next. And this is an important window here. So here you have something called as group ID, artifact ID, and project name. So whatever you give the artifact ID, that is the project name. So assume ours is Gmail application, right? So Gmail, assume this is my project name, and just give the group ID Gmail release 1 or something, say Gmail test, and click on finish. Once you click on okay, Gmail application is what I'm giving the name. Okay, once I click on finish, at the left side I have a project which is created, and if you observe closely here on the folder icon I have something called as M, which says it is a Maven project. See, if I simply create a normal Java project, let me create a Java project, simple Java project without Maven. See, I say, oh sorry, this is JavaScript. Yeah, this is Java project. Come here, I'm just giving Java demo project and click on finish. See, now I have one more project here, but as this is a Java project, it doesn't have any mem icon, but as it is a Java project, I will have all the JRE related jars associated, because for me to execute the Java code, I need to have JRE, right? The Java runtime environment jars. For the Maven also we will have JRE. Here see the JRE, but along with JRE, as we have created a Maven project, I will have few more extra folders and tabs. We will talk about each and every folder whenever we come across the concept in this video. One is the Maven dependency, where we will have the dependencies, and pom.xml, which we'll talk about it more. Target is where you can actually export your test results, and we have two folders here, src main/java, src test.java. So basically if you expand here, both have the same package and same files. Basically in organization you will be along with you, others will also be working on the same model. So always a good practice is to write your code or develop your code always in the src test java. And once you have this, once the code is freezed, the review meetings are done and finalized, you can move that code into the main, and from there you can move into the repositories if you are using Git, SVN. That's again a different topic. So always remember to write your code in the src test. And we have something called as pom.xml. Here this is the pom.xml, and click on the pom.xml file. This is the pom.xml, which is already created by default when creating a Maven project. Based on the artifact ID, the project name which we have given, what is the group ID we have given, based on that it will be created. Okay, we'll talk about this more whenever we come across the concept. So once you are done with this, so just before moving ahead with the actual coding stuff, let's understand something about Cucumber. Okay, so the three important sections in Cucumber is, one is the feature file, next one is step definition, and the other one is, let me take this is feature file. We have something called as step definition. Let me increase the font. Okay, and next one what we have is a runner class. These are the three important sections in the Cucumber. Okay, along with this, you will these are the main core concepts. Along with this, we'll be using the pom.xml as we are using the Maven project. So we'll talk about pom.xml later. So the important modules are feature file, step definition, and the runner class. So if you remember, in the starting I was saying Cucumber is famous because it is easy to understand and easy to implement and uses Gherkin language. So basically feature file, it is similar to a text file but with few keywords or few annotations which are related to the Gherkin language. So whatever the scenarios which we are going to test or which we are going to automate, all those scenario test cases and test steps will be written in the feature file. Say suppose our application basically first thing is it uses Gherkin language and it uses few of the annotations or keywords called as feature, scenario. Along with this it uses given, when, then, and, but. These are few of the annotations which will be used as part of the Gherkin language. So why feature file is important is because the same feature file, as it is in English understandable format, it would also be referred with the business analyst, developers, testers, and everyone in the team. And this is very easy to implement. Say ours is a Gmail testing, right? Our feature is Gmail application. Say suppose if you want to write the test cases for the Gmail application in English understandable format, what you will do? The scenario 1. First scenario, you will say the first scenario would be Gmail login. So what you will do? Gmail login, open URL, then enter user ID, then enter password, click on login button. This is for Gmail login scenario. Similarly, if you want to close the browser, Gmail close, what you will do? Close browser. So this is typical English written. Typically, the test cases are written in basic English. Now, what happens is using this Gherkin language, the same thing which can actually rewrite it using the Gherkin keywords and which looks almost similar to English, and we will use these keywords or annotations which are mentioned. And always remember there are few rules. The first one, first valid sentence should start with feature, and second thing, every line first word should be gherkin keyword. Okay, any one of those which are mentioned. Okay, so now let's go ahead and implement this part. If the same thing, if you're going to write using the Gherkin language, how we'll be implementing it. Okay. So let me create a space here. Okay, so whatever the block of code which we have written here, for the same thing, if I want to implement using the Gherkin language, which is how you need to write a code in the, let me keep it here so that I'll get more space. Step definition, runner class, and .xml. Okay, so the same block, if I want to implement using this, see, to comment in the feature file, you need to start with hash for the comments. And as I said, valid sentence, first valids should start with a feature. So I say feature here, colon, and I say Gmail application. Okay, and for this, as I said, every first line should start with the get keyword, and it is followed by scenario. What is the scenario we are testing? Email login. Now in this scenario, we have couple of steps. Open URL, enter user ID, enter password, click on login button. To form the steps for this, use the annotations like given, when, then, and, but, and make a valid sentence. So you can use any of the keywords basically, but use the valid one so that it will be easy to understand. So what I can say here, I can say given open URL, or also I can say when open URL. You can use any of those. Actually, you can use and open URL as well. So basically, you can use any of these keywords as the first word. But if you use the valid, the one which is very close, it is also easy to understand. So here I'll say given open URL, then followed by what would be the next annotation I can use? I can use then enter user ID. Remember, the keywords are case sensitive. You have to use the keyword correctly, and it should, the first character in the keyword should be uppercase. Okay, then enter user ID. Again I can say, and then enter password, and finally I can say and click on login button. Right? And second scenario, I can say again scenario colon, a feature and colon, a feature and scenario you should use colon. Scenario colon, I say Gmail close, and I can say then, or I can say and close browser. Okay, so this is the feature file implementation using the Gherkin language. Okay, so let me write this step definition correctly because I'm able to see the P is not displayed correctly. So here it is, the step definition. So first let's go ahead and implement this feature file. Then we'll come to step definition, then we will come to runner class, and we will talk about the pom.xml.